Hi, my name is Kyle Russell. I'm with Arkansas Wushu, and today is day 10 of trying to improve kicks. Me and Roger Grimes are doing this challenge. We're seeing who can improve 7 different kicks the most in 30 days. It should be the front, side, and rear kick, the axe kick, the reverse crescent, the hook kick, one more I'll remember as we go. Anyways, so I want to start off warming up a little bit. I want to start with some high knees for probably 15 to 20 seconds. Alright, let's drop and do 10 push-ups. Okay, do just a little bit of core work. I'm going to do some resistance band work today. I use one out of a pull-up resistance band kit for doing pull-ups, assisted pull-ups. They're really good kits. Mine comes with an anchor and a handle as well. So I'm going to work this, my core today, with a little bit of martial arts technique. So first, I'm just going to start with a back fist out, using the resistance band, and making sure to squeeze the abs in the chest as we go out to get a little bit of work in. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Of course, that gives me resistance on my way out. I want to work the opposing muscle and get the resistance on the way in. So I'm just going to turn and come back. 1, 2, step this way a little bit so it's easier to see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure that you really squeeze that ab to engage that core. You're not going to get as much out of the workout. So let's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright. So let's do just 10. Come up with the knee. 1, 2. I'm going to go ahead and smack the knee as I do it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, today I'm going to do a dynamic stretch kick with a cross slap. When doing stretch kicks, there's a couple of things to keep in mind. I do a few different versions, obviously, if you haven't noticed by now. But if you have watched my series, you'll notice I don't always do them the same way. When I first learned in Shotokan and karate, it was just here, straight up and back. When I learned in Wushu, you had to do it with your arms up. You take a step to get more momentum, a little height, and to work on that posture. As I read more about stretching, and I read a book called The Scientific Art of Stretching, I believe. It went over stretching really well, divided into 5 categories: dynamic, static, isometric, relaxed stretching. But one thing that it pointed out is that psychologically, when you throw these high kicks, your subconscious knows that if you're kicking full speed at full height, it needs to slow down or it's going to pull or tear a muscle. So when you don't have a target, whether you realize it or not, your leg naturally slows down. One way to break that psychological barrier is to know that it's going to hit something. Your brain knows that your hand can stop your foot. So an easy way to move past that initial having trouble getting your leg higher is to simply add a slap, because your mind will, it's all on a subconscious level. It's kind of hard to understand, really hard to explain, but your leg's going to slow itself down if you know there's nothing there to hit. If you know something's going to make contact and hit something, it knows it won't need to slow down, so you can get that momentum further to help you get a little bit higher. So we're going to do these starting off with a cross slap, meaning I'm going to kick with my right foot and hit with my right hand. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, so next I'm going to do a same side slap. Pretty much same concept, except for right foot, it's going to hit left hand. So it's on the same side of the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, so now I'm going to do a side leg stretch. I'm going to do a Wushu style side leg stretch today to get a bit more momentum. So in this one, my arms are going to be straight out. I'm going to step into a cross stance, fold the arms in. As the kick comes up, toes are going to be facing towards the head. And you're going to expand back out. So it'll be 1, 2. Right? So we're going to do 10 of those on both sides. 1. Actually, this is one of the few times I do step in front because it's a stretch, not a fighting kick. 2. This kick is purely for stretching. You will not, there's no power in it, there's no reason to try to use it in a fight. It will most likely get caught if you're trying to straight leg on the way up. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Other side. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, let's do some more stretching. Really kind of want to focus on flexibility today. Kicks I'm getting higher. I've been really happy with that. I want to see that continue and get to where I have that increased range of motion, because that's going to make everything else easier. So I'll start off, I'm going to rock back on the heel and just slide my forehead down close to my toe and back. Do that 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to keep that leg straight. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, other side. Surprisingly, even though both your legs are on the foot because of the awkward stretch here, you can still lose your balance, so be ready for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, so let's move that up a little higher. I'll go onto the wall, move it up to about here, and we'll do 10 forward here. I'm doing fairly low, not high enough to be uncomfortable yet. I don't want to go any more than I prefer to stay under halfway. 1, right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. First, you can have your toes or your foot flat on the wall. So you want to slowly work on pulling those toes back and kicking that heel out more. 8, 9, 10. Alright, other foot, same stretch. 1, again, try to keep those hips forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, well, I'll go back to the other side. This time I want to shoot for halfway up. I want to try to be parallel with the floor if I can be. And that's my goal. It may not be what happens, but that's what I'm hoping for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so we stretched low, middle. Now, of course, we want to try to get high. I like to try to shoot for chin, but anywhere above the solar plexus is good. If you can get above the solar plexus, you're definitely seeing some progress. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you can't go higher, another way to advance, of course, is to bring your forehead even closer to your toe. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, other foot, same stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's our front stretch. Let's move on to our side stretch on the wall. This one we're going to go ahead and just do it middle and high. We want to skip the low. because once we get to doing well, we're pretty much almost better off using the stances than we are the wall. So I'm going to start this one, trying it parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, we're going to switch sides again, and of course we're going to go high. Again, anywhere above that solar plexus is good. If you're not there and you can't get that high yet, don't worry about it. Stay low and just try to bend a little further and bring your forehead, or the side of your head in this case, closer probably to your knee, because doing a side stretch, I'll show you real quick. So, I've said this before, but if you don't know, when your hips are forward, if your legs kick straight, you cannot get above your head with your hips forward. Even your highest kick, your toes would come back and hit you in the forehead. If you are finding yourself kicking over your head, what that means is that your hips are turning sideways as you kick, like in a high roundhouse. I can kick a roundhouse higher than I am tall because my hips go sideways. And when that happens, of course, your hips kind of come at an angle, they come up, they come side, they're not on the floor anymore. With your legs straight, if you were to bend straight down, your forehead would touch your toes if you had the flexibility to do that. In the case of extreme flexibility, like in the shallow monks, you'll see them put their toes under their chin. But this is a side stretch, so our head may not hit our toe, it may come closer to our shin or our knee, right? So let's go high and start on the left side. Once again, you want to try to just use your heel. If you have a stretch rack, even better, but a wall will work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, let's go ahead and shake that out a little bit. Next, let's go ahead and do some rear stretch kicks. I'm going to start with our hands on our wall. And just lift that leg up high backwards. Try to point your toes, and try to get your toes to where they're pointed at the ceiling if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright. I like that stretch. If you've ever seen the Wushu technique where they throw the punch and they come with a kick from behind and hit it. I'm not going to do that in a small space. I need a little momentum to get it. That's the stretch you would start with to accomplish that kick, and then work your flexibility up. Okay, so we're going to do one more stretch for the rear. We're going to come up to the wall, put our hands on the floor, and put our foot up there. And then just go up and down 10 times. 1, I'm going to go on my fist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And try to keep that supporting leg as straight as you can keep it. Alright, let's do the other side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Since we're already here, let's go ahead and do some elevated push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A little bit core work in, just to get it in. Always great to play with these different angles, hit your muscle groups from different angles, that way it hits parts of your body you wouldn't normally hit. Okay, so let's get into the kicks. First kick, front kick. Want to do that in 4 steps today. We'll do 3 on each side. So 1, lift the knee. Want to count 1, 2, 3, 2. Extend the leg. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 3, and down. All right. 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Down. 1. I don't need a 3 count just for standing. And 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and down. Other leg. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Did it on standing. It just becomes pattern after a while. 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and down. All right, let's do that kick twice, just normal on both sides now. 1, 2. Other side. 1, 2. Okay, so side kick. So looking at the side kick, bring that leg up, of course. Turn it like we're sitting down on a table. I'm going to use the wall as a little bit of a cheat here. Once it's turned, can push out. If you know much about vehicles, think of it like a piston. It goes straight in and straight out, right? From here. Or if you want to think of it like a weightlifting drill, think of your leg press. Or on the side, you'll notice it's a lot like a squat. So leg presses, squats, all those exercises will help you develop power in this kick. So we're going to do this in a few steps. We'll do on the count of 3, and we'll go through it here. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and down. Whenever you push that foot out, try to focus on pushing that heel out further and point with the knife edge of your foot. You don't want it straight up and down. You want to try to hit with the edge. Now, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and I think I'll just do the 3 count. It's easier to count that way. And 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, and down. Just realized I should really be bringing it straight back and then down, right? We're going to keep going. We actually got one more. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, other side, same kick. It'll be from behind, so actually no, I'll just use my wing chun to use my, that way you can see it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And down. And 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And down. That was 3. So I'm going to throw 2 of those. I'm going to do it with a walk today because I like walking side thrust. So we're going to do a step and kick. Actually, I'm going to do 2 with a chamber and 2 without on both sides. So let's start off with a chamber. 1 and 2. Now in Kempo, sometimes we get rid of that chamber for speed because if we chamber, we're moving this way, but lifting that knee brings energy up, right? Force up. So it's got to come up and then out. So we're splitting the direction of the force. It's going 2 different ways. Whereas if I come straight from the floor and I consider this kind of my load, I can jump off that foot and spring straight into it, and I can gain more speed and sometimes more force too, because my energy is not going 2 different ways. It's heading one direction. Alright, so to do that one, 1, 2, other side. Alright, 2 with the chamber. 1, 2. 2 without a chamber. 1 and 2. Yeah. And this one you're almost pushing from here away from the kick, kind of like you're trying to separate the person and the ground from each other. And if you hit those low ribs, it has an effect. Alright, let's do a roundhouse kick. I'm not going to slow this one down. We're just going to do 5 at mid-level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's 5 roundhouse kicks. Our next kick, let's go ahead and do the hook kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, I want to do some passive resting, so I'm going to grab the band. I'm just going to throw 5 punches slowly, breathing to get a little work on that hip torque. See how my legs and my hips are working on the twist with a little bit of resistance? That's all I'm after. And then the other side. Sometimes if you find yourself getting tired fast and you don't feel like you're getting enough out of your workout, you can put a slow exercise in between your more intense workouts that's kind of calming and relaxing, and that'll help you have less downtime during your workout and more active time where you're accomplishing something. Okay, that's good. So next I want to do the axe kick I'm going to use my bag today, do 5 slams down on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, next I'm going to do my reverse crescent. Pull out my dummy where you can see it a little better, because I want to use. Okay, so for my reverse crescent, right, that's bring the knee up and around. So I'm going to bring it up, point my knee at this bar, and if you don't have a Wing Chun dummy, most people don't, you can just as easily just take a piece of paper on the wall or something and draw 3 dots for this drill. It's not going to matter because you're not actually going to need to touch any of it. You're just using these as a reference point. So on 1, I'm going to point my knee here at that. 2, point my toe up to this dot, and then on this higher dot on 3, curve it up and around it. Right, so 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dots. If you just want to draw 3 spots on the wall, great. I like having this because it looks like a person and it's just fun to play with. 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. And 5. 1, 2, 3. Alright, other side. This time this one's higher. So it's not going to matter too much. It just means that our circle may make contact. So to adjust, because of that higher limb, we may have to twist our hips out a little bit and come back. And if you don't know that trick to a crescent kick, it's a great way to add power. One of the biggest complaints I hear about the crescent kicks, people say, there's no power in it. Just straight leg swinging, right? Well, if you load that hip up a little bit and then yank it out, get that reverse hip torque, you'll get a lot more power out of it. And that's kind of what we got to do here, is point that knee, do that toe, and almost turn it like a roundhouse kick because of how much higher we're having to go, which it's not that much higher, but it's enough to make us consider it. And come up. That's one thing about the Wing Chun dummy and having those dots just a little bit off, is it's going to show you, what if this happens? We've got to adjust. How do we adjust? Okay. 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. And 5. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So I'm going to work one of my favorite kicks next. I'm just going to bring a regular crescent kick over the arm to a side kick to the solar plexus. I like it off of a punch or something. I can kick that punch to the side and come around to a rib. You know, if I were to touch the arm. But because this is a control, height, and flexibility drill, I want to go over the arm and over this arm in between these. I've got that small space I've got to hit, that striking zone. Because you don't want to, you know, throw your kick just anywhere. You want to know where it's going to hit. Alright, let's do 3 of those on each side. 1, over the arm, kick. I leave this one off the stand, so I've got to control it, because if I kick too hard, I just knock it over. 2. My stand broke, so I refuse not to use it, though. And 3. I'll make a new one soon. Other side. 1. See, almost a little too high. 2. And 3. Alright, so like I said, I want to work on that strike zone a little bit. So next one I want to do the roundhouse. I want to go a little bit to the side, kind of like I did here. And I want to land that right roundhouse right where it's supposed to be. I don't want to, hit my shin on this or go too low and get my kick stuffed. I want it right in that area. So for this drill, I'm going to step up and I'm not going to go fast because, again, too much power, I'm going to knock it over. And that's solid oak with no padding, so it's going to toughen the shin just a little bit. 1, 2, and 3. Other leg. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, let's put this away. How far in are we? 36 minutes. Oh, alright, let's do some relaxed stretching and we'll end the class. Only been stretching for 20 minutes a day and went over that. So let's do a middle split stretch. Let's do it with the toes forward first. Count to 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do toes up, go down further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come up. Go down into a front split stretch. Don't worry about hooking the back leg yet unless you think you're ready. If you can get this front foot to the floor, start working on straightening that back leg out. If not, worry about slowly getting all of this to hit the floor before you worry about that back leg. Alright? So you see, if you look at mine, my back leg's hooked, but I can touch the floor. So I'm going to slowly start making that straighter and come up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the reason you'll see my hands up sometimes is in challenge they'll make you do that to make sure you're not taking pressure off. That way gravity's helping the stretch. Alright, other side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? Let me straighten that back leg. 8, 9, 10. Alright, hope you enjoyed this class. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 11. Hopefully this is a good workout for you. Go ahead and leave in the comments, let me know which workouts have you liked better. Have you used any of these exercises? Have any of them helped you in your training? And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Go over to Roger Grimes, subscribe to him. This is the second month we've done challenges in a row. There's no telling what will happen next month. It is New Year, so it's time for new goals. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow.